Star Wars Disney Plus TV show Obi Wan Kenobi subtly addressed one Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker lightsaber mystery. Although originally billed as a show about Obi Wan Kenobi watching over young Luke Skywalker on Tatooine as one of few Jedi who survived Order 66, the show surprised audiences by being mainly about Obi-Wan going on a mission to rescue young Leia and reconnecting with the Force. The show also focused on the Imperial Inquisitors hunting down the remaining Jedi, Vader's determination to kill Obi-Wan, and the rebels fighting back against the Empire, but Leia's story was no doubt the main event. This plot choice was a thrilling one because it meant filling in one of the eras of the Star Wars timeline that had yet to be thoroughly explored. While it was somewhat clear, based on the original trilogy's context clues, what had happened to Luke and Leia between Star Wars, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, Obi-Wan Kenobi offered audiences a peek into that time. In Leia's case in particular, the show also meant explaining more about her character. In fact, by including her story, Obi-Wan Kenobi addressed a persistent Star Wars mystery. Leia's lightsaber design deliberately referenced Obi-Wan Kenobi's. Leia stands holding her blue lightsaber in Rise of Skywalker in the background with a close-up of her lightsaber in the foreground. The Rise of Skywalker not only revealed that Leia was trained as a Jedi by Luke between the original and prequel trilogies, but also offered a flashback to that time, which included, among other things, a look at Leia's lightsaber. While thrilling enough to see Leia in the role of a Jedi, this scene was also significant because it called back to a relationship that has only become more important throughout the Star Wars timeline, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Leia. In fact, Leia's lightsaber seems to have been emblematic of that very relationship. As highlighted by Phil Shostak, Leia Organa's lightsaber wasn't only similar to Obi-Wan Kenobi's, it was modeled after it. The hilt and design of Leia's lightsaber, and the significance of the lightsaber color, are strongly reminiscent of Obi-Wan's own, and, rather than being incidental, this seems to suggest that Leia wanted her saber to mirror Obi-Wan's. While this would have been less surprising had it been Luke's lightsaber, this choice from Leia left a number of questions unanswered. Rise of Skywalker subtly raised the question of how Obi-Wan influenced Leia. Obi-Wan wielding his lightsaber in Star Wars, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. This design choice was a confusing one because Obi-Wan hadn't trained Leia, and he didn't seem to have any direct influence on her Jedi path. In fact, even by the Rise of Skywalker, Obi-Wan seemed to have only a tangential connection to Leia. While she had sought his help in A New Hope, and he had, of course, trained Luke, designing her lightsaber based on his was a level of intimacy that hadn't yet been established between the two. The Rise of Skywalker also didn't directly acknowledge this connection, making it all the more mysterious. The Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Plus TV show revealed Leia's history with Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's significance in Leia's life had been a mystery since the very beginning. In A New Hope, it isn't ever really explained why Leia saw Obi-Wan as her only hope, and the original trilogy doesn't elaborate upon how the two know each other. Although the prequel trilogy shows the connection between Obi-Wan and Leia's biological parents, and even some moments with her adoptive father, Revenge of the Sith reveals that, when the twins are born, Obi-Wan goes with Luke, not Leia. This seemed to suggest that Obi-Wan didn't even see Leia again until A New Hope.